Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's Miss Katie trying again. I really hope that this works. So please let me know if it does work. Um, I'm trying one more thing, and if it doesn't work, please let me know in the comments field. I would love to know. So please let me know. Good morning. Good morning. I do see that there's some friends joining us. Please let me know if you can hear me in the comments field, and I would love that. And would Fred love that? Absolutely. Fred wants to be seen and heard, right? Of course. So let me know. I would love to give some shout outs to friends. In our other video, we had Liam and Lena here. So please let me know if you are here. So far, so good. Thank you, John. I'm really excited. Okay, so we were stretching and then we were getting our bread and butter song ready. Yes, we can hear you. Oh my goodness. Great. I'm so excited. Okay, so we're going to start with our bread and butter song. Are you ready? So take out your hands or your hooves or your claws or your paws. You can pretend whatever you want to be. And let's start. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as loud as you can. Ready? Hello! Oh, hi, Vivian. I'm so glad you can hear me this morning. Good. What's the opposite of loud? Quiet. Ready? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as quiet as we can, like a mouse. Hello. Good. Should we do the next set of opposites? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as fast as we can. Ready? Hello, hello, hi, 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 hi. And you can wave really fast too, can't you? Yes. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as slow as we can. Ready? Hello. Fred was slow too, weren't you? Like molasses? Mm-hmm. Ready? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as high as we can, like a piccolo. Did that sound like a piccolo? Maybe a broken one. Okay. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as low as we can, like a tuba. Ready? Hello. Good job. Oh, hello, Molly and John. Thank you so much for coming today. Fred is going insane with excitement, and so glad that people are coming today. Okay, so we talked about how we're going to read some nonfiction books today. Does anyone know what that means, nonfiction? Oh, Fred knows. Fred, what is it? Yes, exactly. It is true stories and information. So instead of an imaginative story, we're going to talk about true things and tell stories. Good morning, Alonzo. Thank you so much for joining us today. Why don't you take out your glasses? Can we take out our glasses? Good. What else do we need to read? A book. So warm up your pages, warm them up, get that all ready for story time. Ready? Oh my goodness, it's a dog. It's a real live dog, and this dog goes on an adventure. Close the book. A dog on an adventure, a true story. What else are we going to read about? Oh, wow. There are insects everywhere. There's a praying mantis and an ant and a honeybee and even a katydid. A katydid? Wow. All right, let's look one more time. Oh, wow. It's a girl, and she's talking about all the things that we can do to help our world. Wow, I wonder what's going to be in that book. All right, well, let's sing so we can find out our first story. Can you take out your glasses and sing? These are my glasses, this is my book. I put on my glasses and open up the book, and I read, 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 and I look, 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 and I put down my glasses and close up the book. Yay! Okay, I'm so excited because I love this book. It is called Herbert, The True Story of a Brave Sea Dog. And this is Herbert right here. And Herbert lives in New Zealand. Does anyone know where New Zealand is? It is in the southern hemisphere. Here, I can kind of show you. Very close to Australia. And right here is called the French Pass. And that is what we're going to read about today. And here's Herbert. So remember, this is a true story. Herbert was a small dog who lived in Nelson, New Zealand, by the sea. Everybody liked Herbert, but the person who loved him most of all was Tim. Tim was Herbert's owner. One day, Tim and Herbert went down to the jetty. Tim's father went on board of a boat with two friends. They were going to a cottage in the Marlborough Sounds. With a bound, Herbert leaped onto the boat with them. Do you see? There's Herbert. Tim wished that he could go too, but he and his mother were traveling. They were traveling to the cottage by road. His dad said, "The waters in the French Pass are treacherous, and they are deadly whirlpools. It is no place for a child." "Well, look after Herbert, Dad," called Tim. Remember I talked about the French Pass? It has really big waves and storms and things like that. At first, the sea was calm, and the boat sped along the coastline quite easily. Dolphins appeared, look at them, tumbling and turning and leaping and diving. Herbert was so excited that he ran from one side of the boat to the other, wagging his tail and barking. Woof, woof. But the fine weather didn't last. Oh no! Without warning, a strong wind swept down from the hills, whipped up the waves. The boat began to pitch and toss, and the dolphins disappeared. Oh no, I don't like the sound of this. What do you think is happening? Dark clouds hid the sun, and rain and waves beat against the boat. All signs of land disappeared. The boat had to get through that French Pass before the tide turned. Now the men only had their compass to guide them. Does anyone know what a compass is? It is a device. It doesn't have any computer technology or internet. It's round and it shows you which direction is north, south, east, west. It has an arrow in it to show you. Nobody noticed what happened to Herbert. What? What happened? Nobody saw him lose his balance and fall into the sea. Oh no. He tried to bark, but no one could hear him. Herbert paddled after the boat, but it was already so far away. The waves were like mountains. He struggled up one side and down with the other, the wind in his face. Oh no. Poor Herbert, he's in the sea. As night fell, the wind dropped and got cold. Herbert was exhausted, but he was still swimming. Friends, what do you think is going to happen? What's your prediction? It was late when they reached the jetty by the cottage. Tim, his mother, and their friends were anxiously awaiting. The dreadful news had to be told. Oh no, Fred is stuck out there in the waves. Tim cried and cried. He's alive, he said. I know he's alive. We must go back. His dad tried to explain about the tides. And it's dark, Tim. But Tim wouldn't give up. He's alive. I know it. Tim feels like he really knows the answer. Dad said, okay, we'll search for him tomorrow, and we'll ask the fisherman who lives at the pass to help us. He knows the area like the back of his hand. Now go to sleep, Tim. But Tim could not sleep. No, I understand that. The next morning, at first light, Tim and his dad set off with the fisherman on his boat. Do you see? There we go. The storm was over. The sea was cold and empty. Tim searched and searched with tears in his eyes. He said to his dad, "This will either be the worst day of my life or the best day of my life." Oh, wow. Wow, that's scary. All morning they searched that empty sea, peering and calling. There was no sign of Herbert. "It's no good," said the fisherman. "We might as well turn back." "No," cried Tim. "Please, please keep looking." One more time, they took the boat to the outer sounds, and the fisherman strained his eyes. "What's that?" he said, reaching for his binoculars. "What is it? Who do you think it is? Do you see? It's Herbert! That's your dog, mate," the fisherman said. In a circle of ripples, Tim could see a little black nose. "Herbert!" he shouted. They brought the boat over to Herbert. "I knew you were alive," Tim said. "I just knew it." The fisherman scooped Herbert out of the water, and Herbert lay on the deck without making a sound. He was so exhausted. Tim gently wrapped him in a blanket and held him tight. Can you imagine swimming through turbulent waves? All the way home, Tim cradled Herbert in his arms. "I knew it," he said. "I just knew it." Because sometimes you just know things, right? You can feel it inside. 30 hours in the water, said Dad. "A miracle," said the fisherman. Tim smiled. "This is the best day of my life." Can you believe that? 30 hours in the water. And do you know why? Well, Herbert was kind of at the prime of his life. He was 3 years old. So he had really, really, really strong legs and a determination to live. So, and it says the good news went all over the radio, and his story was told everywhere around the country. He received letters and presents from people, and there was a big party after he recovered. And he was getting he got a medal of bravery, and I'll show you the medal here. It's for Iron Dog. Isn't that so cool? And there is Herbert, the real Herbert and Tim. And then I'll show you the newspaper article here. That's Tim, and that's Herbert. And it says, "Dog endures a day at sea." And these are all the letters of people who wrote to Herbert, congratulating Herbert. And here's the fisherman. Do you see the fisherman who helped find Herbert? Isn't that an amazing story? I love that story. You can check it out at the library. I think we have 2 copies of it. All right, friends, I need your help because I have a guessing game for you. We heard all about dogs in this story, right? But what other animals can we think of? I have some really fun facts about some animals that I really wanted to share with you to see what you know. And my friends at Storytime, you are really smart preschoolers. So I'm really excited to ask you these questions and you can guess. Okay. Ready? I think you might know this one. This animal, it moves really, really slowly. really slowly. Some people call it lazy, but I don't think so. It's just calm. It has very strong claws. And guess what? Well, and it also holds branches and it lives up there. And, oh, hello. Welcome. Thanks for coming. It is able to digest a leaf in 30 days. Can you believe that? It takes 30 days for this animal to digest a leaf. So it's got very slow metabolism. Does anyone know what this is? Who is that? Good morning. It is a sloth. Yes, this is a sloth. And its name is Remy. And Remy really loves, right, to sleep and to nap. So say hi, Remy. Hello. Okay, the next one, what do you think it is? This animal lives in forests. It has a very long snout and red fur and very pointy ears and a tail. They have black feet and a black tip of their ears. And they run really fast. We do have them in Illinois. And what's really cool about them is their hearing. They can hear things from, miles away. They can hear rodents digging underneath the ground. So that's kind of how they catch their food. Does anyone know that one? What do you think? It is a fox. It is a fox. And this particular one is a red fox. So you see how they have white on their tails? Yes, thank you for nodding. And black on their feet and black on the tips of their ears. And they run really fast. Good job, friends. I know you knew that one. You were super smart. And all my friends here are watching the story time. They're so excited to be here. This one lives in the trees. And it's got a beak. And it's got talons. It can fly, so it has wings and soft feathers. It can turn its head almost completely around. It goes, ooh, 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 ooh. Well, who is that? Yes, you're right, friends. That is an owl. You guessed right. My owl friend is here today. And owls are very smart, wise creatures, and they love to fly. Sometimes you can see them. You can see them in the winter. There's also a type of owl called snow owls. But yes, they live in nests, don't you? Yes, nests in trees. All right, I have one more for you. This one, they live on farms. And they have hooves, and they have horns. Their fur can be many colors. And they can be many shades of brown and white and gold and black. And guess what? When they are babies, they can stand just minutes before being born. Do you think Miss Katie was able to stand minutes after I was born? No, absolutely not. And this animal, what's cool? What does this animal say? What was that? Oh my goodness! Fred, is it a goat? Yes, it's a goat. That's what we were talking about. And goats are so cool. Of course it was Fred. I knew it, and I bet they knew it too. And Fred, were you able to stand up just a few minutes after you were born? Oh, wow, that is just so cool. And so what color is Fred? Fred is white and brown. Do you see? Brown horns and brown hooves. And see up here, horns. But they come in all different shades, just like us people, right? Us humans. And every single shade of a goat and every single shade of us is beautiful. Yes. Okay, friends, remember the next book that I talked about, Insects? Well, this book is called Step Gently Out, and it's by a poet named Helen Frost, and beautiful photographs. by Rick Leader. So let's see what happens in this book. So this book is true also. It's a true story. Well, not a story. It's just a true nonfiction book. It's a poem, but we're going to see all kinds of information about insects. Step gently out. Do you see this creature? This is called the praying mantis, and it stands really, really still. Be still and watch a single blade of grass. Does anyone know what that is? I'm sure you've seen this around Illinois. Yes, it is a caterpillar. And a caterpillar lives in, what happens? What's the next stage after this? What do they live in? They live in a chrysalis, don't they? An ant climbs up to look around. Do you see the ant? A honeybee flies past. Honeybees are really, really important to our system, right? Without honeybees, it would be really hard. Not only do they make honey, but they pollinate other plants and help everything in nature. A cricket leaps and lands and then sits back and sings. You ever heard of crickets at night? Especially in the summer, right? I'm so excited. Summer's coming. A moth flies in and comes to rest with open wings. So this is a moth. It looks a little bit like a butterfly, but it's not. And what's so interesting, the moth lives in a cocoon and a caterpillar lives in a chrysalis. So they're similar, but they have different things that they go into. A spider spins a silken thread and steps across the air. Ooh, look at that spider. A praying mantis looks at you. So this is it's the same animal, insect as the beginning. Just a close-up look at a praying mantis. Do you know she's there? Well, she camouflages pretty well, right? They blend in. Balance lightly on a leaf. This is called a yellow jacket. Isn't it pretty? Bathed in golden light. Flashing! Look, I'm over here as evening turns to night. Does anyone know? I'm sure you've seen these. They are in Illinois, and they are called fireflies. The creatures shine with stardust. And this, my friends, is a katydid. And it's because they are told to make a sound like katydid. Kind of like that. Growing up, I had a nickname of katydid. They're splashed with morning dew. Friends, can you see what creature is here? It's kind of hard to see. I'll scan the book. I bet you see it. It's on a web, and it's right there, a spider. In song and dance and stillness, they share the world with you. And look at all of this information in the back about all the different types of insects that we have seen in this book. So isn't that one cool? You get some facts about the insects. You get these beautiful photographs and beautiful poetry. So that is called Step Gently Out by Helen Frost. She's a wonderful poet, and she has other poetry picture books. It's very similar. Okay, so we've had dogs, we've had insects. Can we pretend to be some animals today? We're going to sing a little rhyme and pretend. We've done this one before, and we're going to stretch like a kitten and then hop like a frog. I bet you've seen this one before or heard this one. So let's go over it again. We're going to do it once slow and then once quickly. Okay? It goes like this. I can stretch like a kitten. I can hop like a frog. I can swim like a turtle. I can shake like a log. Or frog. Oh, dog. Dog. I can sway like a snake. I can flap like a bat. I can reach like a monkey. I can move like that. Okay? Oh man, shaking like a frog? Miss Katie. Katie made a mistake, which is completely okay. We all make mistakes, right? Okay, let's do it faster. I can stretch like a kitten. I can hop like a frog. I can swim like a turtle. I can shake like a dog. I can sway like a snake. I can flap like a bat. I can reach like a monkey and move like that. Yay! Great job. Okay, our last nonfiction story today is called 10 Things That I Can Do to Help My World. This is great. This is by Melanie Walsh, also a wonderful author who has many books. And this is about what we can do to preserve our beautiful world, the earth. So what can we do? I remember to turn off the light when I leave the room. What a great idea. And it says that light uses more electricity, and when you turn off the light, it saves valuable energy. I try to, what do you think? I try to turn off the tap when I brush my teeth. Yes, exactly. When you're brushing, you don't need the water coming from the fountain, only when you spit it out, right? And it says every time that you turn off the tap, you save 18 glasses of water. Wow, definitely do that. I always, I'm gonna flip this, throw my trash away. Yes, definitely. We need to put our garbage away to keep our world safe and clean. I will. What do you think? Feed the birds in the winter. Does anyone have a bird feeder? Well, it really helps them get ready for nesting in the spring. We want to be kind to the animals. I use both sides of the paper. That's a great idea because it says if everybody did this, it would greatly reduce the number of trees that we use to make our paper. I remind my parents or grandparents or aunts and uncles or caregivers or nannies, whoever we live with, to unplug the TV when we are not watching it. Absolutely. So every appliance uses energy, so it's great to turn it off when we aren't using it. I enjoy making toys from things around the house. Cardboard, friends. Cardboard does so much, doesn't it? Yeah. Look at this. Child made a robot. So we can use a lot of things before throwing them away. I like, that looks like car exhaust, doesn't it? What comes out of our cars. I enjoy to walk to school. Yes. Some of us can't do that. And that's okay because it's further away. But taking walks, it's a great way to exercise and save energy from the car. I can plant seeds and help them grow. And friends, I wanted to share with you something that I planted recently. It is right here. Can you see? Yes, I planted this a couple weeks ago and it just started to sprout. And I've been feeding it plant food and watering it. It is basil. Does anyone know? Have you tried basil? It's used in a lot of pasta, Italian food. So we'll see how it grows. I help sort the recycling. Yes, that's very important because they can't be mixed together. Does anyone know what compost means? It means that all of the organic things like vegetables and fruits and things like eggshells, you can make them into, they kind of all blend together and they make fertilizer for our soil. All because I love my world. Yes, what a great ideas to help protect. And we can do a lot of those, can't we? They're kind of everyday things. All right, friends, thank you so much for enjoying story time today. I'm so glad to be here with you. And let's sing our goodbye song. It is in sign language. We did it last time. And if you weren't here last time, it goes like this. Hello, that's the sign language for hello. Goodbye. I'm sorry, goodbye. Hello is this. Goodbye. And then friends, we're going to take our fingers and give them little hugs. It's time. We're going to point to our watch to say, so you're going to take it from your lips and outward, goodbye. And it's really easy song, so let's sing it together. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, friends. It was so good to see you. I'll see you next week, I think, with a different device. All right. Talk to you soon. Oh, and also, we do have programs in person. So if your child is 1, 2, and 3 on Mondays at 9:30, come to that if you want. We still have some room in baby story time and I believe preschool story time on Thursdays. So please look at our calendar. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.